Okay. Yesterday we did life cycle method. We did all life cycle methods. What is their use? Okay, I'm just gonna repeat it one more time. There were 8 life cycle methods. What does it mean by life cycle method? Life cycle method are some methods which they get triggered automatically, at different stages or different points of a component's life cycle. Okay, for example, let's take it. Let's take it. NG on changes. NG on changes will get triggered whenever the parent component, when they are sending some data to child component, whenever the parent component sending some data to child component, automatically child component NG on changes will get triggered. Now next, NG on init. NG on init will get triggered whenever the component just started. Whenever the component started, NG on init will trigger. NG do check, it will run whenever the changes happen, like in the component, like you did some kind of update or something. Ng after content, like whenever the TypeScript got initiated, started loading, this one will be started. Whenever the whole TypeScript got checked, then Ng after content checked called. Whenever the HTML started printing, whenever the HTML started printing, ng after view init will be called. Whenever the HTML completed, whole checked, then you will get ng after view init. For example, if you made a one change, small change, what will happen? Again, it will do ng do check. Whenever the change is happening, it will do ng do check, and after that again it will check ng after content check, and again it will do ng after view check. When the component is dying, it will go for something called ng on destroy. These were different functions, different methods which will run automatically at different points of a component's life cycle. Okay, you don't need to trigger them. That's the beauty and the use of life cycle methods. Whenever a component HTML loaded, sir, at that time I wanted to print something, sir. Go with ng after view init. Whenever the HTML completed, ng after view checked. Whenever you are getting it any changes, if parent change something, child should show some notifications. Ng on changes. Whenever component some value changed, do something. Ng do check. Like this, you will write those values inside that. Okay. Now, next. Next one. Let's discuss something called, let's discuss something like RxJS. Let's discuss something like RxJS. Okay. Now, along with this, if the time is there, we will permit it into not a standalone also. Okay. So that tomorrow we'll complete with the, we'll complete with the Angular with template forms, which will complete our Angular journey. Mostly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will discuss projects and all the things. Wednesday will be our last working most of the time. Okay. Not about like holidays and all. Wednesday will be last work for this course. Okay. Is it clear, ma? Yeah. Okay. Write in notes for life cycle methods. I already did it, sir, yesterday. I pushed it into the drive. You can check it. Okay. Now, let's discuss RxJS. Where did you see RxJS? If you remember, we did HTTP client so many functions, na? For example, even in CRUD, we did HTTP client, right or not? If you go here, Go to SRC, go to app. We did service. In the service, we did this all get method, put method, post method, everything by HTTP client only now. Right? Now, we did get to post and put and all. After we did this, we get it something called observable now. That observable, what you did, how did you resolve the observable? Subscribe. Now, if I go here, subscribe, I did, right or not? Now, if I go to the top, this all, this subscribe, this observable, these are all the part of RxJS. What is their part of? RxJS. What is observable, sir? It is one of the part of RxJS. Like, what is RxJS? Let's go here. If you go for React, you will have something similar called Redux. Similarly, RxJS means reactive extension for JavaScript. Reactive extension for JavaScript. It can be used for React also, but we don't use it. It is used to deal asynchronous actions in it is used to deal asynchronous actions in it is used to deal asynchronous actions in Angular. Now there are three there are three major concepts in RxJS. First one, observable. Second one, subject. Third one, operators. Now someone online like Aki is asking, he's asking it like nowadays which one is having more demand, React or Angular. It depends on the stack you take. If you are a .NET guy, Java guy, only Angular. If you are a Python guy, Node guy, React. Okay, React can stay alone. Angular is a framework, not a chance. React is easy when compared to Angular, but it need to be more logical. React do only JavaScript mostly. Angular does mostly HTML. Template driven code it is. Next, if you want it official website, you can go there official website RxJS. Now see what they are saying. Reactive extension library for JavaScript. That is RxJS. Get started. Now they are saying it like RxJS is a library for composing asynchronous or event-based programs by using observable sequences. Okay. Now the major important concepts in this observables are observables, subjects, operators. Okay. Is it clear, ma? Now let's first we will discuss observables, then we will discuss subjects, then we will discuss something called operators. We have something called schedulers also, but we don't use it most of the time. Schedulers are like set timeout kind of things only. Okay, those things we will do it normally only without anything. Now, let's write something project. Now, times template cd code cd angular cd code ng new rxjs demo dash dash standalone equals to false css no server side rendering. Basically, when you will get this, sometimes sometimes now mostly http requests returns observables. http requests returns observables, or you know something button, sometimes buttons clicks. Sometimes if you click a button click, or if you put it some form submit, you don't want form to submit immediately, you wanted to stop it and then return observable. There will be some situations where you may get it. Yeah, may return observable, may return observable. Maybe some http requests, or maybe some button clicks or form submits, or maybe something like routings also. Some routings, like we discussed something called authguard. Authguard things will actually return something observables. Okay, routing may return may return observable, returns observable. These were the most of the chances that the observables will come onto your things. Okay, now let's see what is an observable and all. Observable. An observable, an observable, an observable is the series of asynchronous functions. An observable is a series of asynchronous functions. Okay, like if we go there, observables. Okay, so it's a series of asynchronous functions got released released by subscribing them. Here, each asynchronous function will return one promise. So basically, observable will return multiple promises. Basically, observable will return multiple promises, sir. Now, let me write it here. Every observable, every observable will have an observer, an observer. Every observable will have an observer and will have will have events like events like next, next, error, complete, next, error, complete. Will have an events like next, error, complete. I will tell you. I will show you now. CD, RxJS, demo, demo, now, ng, serve, dash o. We'll come back to this notes one more time after, seeing the code. Okay. So that we'll read once, we will remember it. Go here, go to RxJS demo, go down SRC, go down app, go down HTML, delete all. We don't do much of this here. Okay. Hello world. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? Now go here, here. Sorry, not this. This, not module. Now TypeScript. Now, now you can write it one observable, sir. Okay. Now let's take it. Let's write it. Let's create our own observable by writing it something new observable. Okay, like this. So I'm just gonna write it here. Const obs equals to new observable. See, observable is coming from RxJS. Okay. Now it is a basic building block, say representation of any set of values over a amount of time. Okay. Now, now here you will write some logic, sir. Imagine someone subscribed your observable. Imagine someone subscribed your observable. Now, what he will get? Someone subscribed your observable. What he will get? You will write it here. Are you getting my point, sir? Someone subscribed your observable. What he will get? He will get it like next. Something named sub subscribe dot next one. OBS, the const class member cannot have. Sure. Now देखो, what is this logic is, for example, if someone is asking it OBS first, if someone subscribed OBS, It will print all the values from the observable now. Observable is like, if you remember, I told you earlier also, it's like multiple asynchronous events, multiple promises. It's like a treasure hunt, right? Now, come on, you go there, you see one treasure hunt. Inside the treasure hunt, so much treasure is there. Like in old movies, it will be there. You can't take all the treasure at once. To your home, you can't everything at once. What you will do, sir? Imagine it's a refill treasure. Okay. See, for example, here some treasure is there, right? Here is some treasure. You took some amount. You took that treasure. You went back to your home. But you got to know immediately that again the treasure came. Are you getting my point? Then again, what you will do? Again, go back. Again, bring money now. What if again you got to know that again money came? You will repeat this now. And this is how observable basically will do. And this guy who is going every time is called observer. Who is this guy? Observer. And whatever the value it contains, this contains next value. See, this next values. First it is containing one. Now observer, subscribe, observer, subscribe, observable, so that he will get it the values one by one by one. I am saying it like, first he comes to you, give it to him next one. Second time he comes to you, give him 10. Third he comes there to you, give him 100. Fourth time he comes to you, give him 1000. कोई doubt है sir? And then say to him, ये हो गया, completed. Any doubts? Any doubts, sir? You can even put errors. If you do wanna go with errors and all, you will put it error. This is basically YouTube or any asynchronous logics will work it with this only, observable. Are you getting my point, sir? Any doubts? Any doubts, sir? No. Sir, can you able to see the values? No. If you wanna see the values, sir, you will write it here. This is observable. Now, this whole observable is stored inside one guy named OBS. Now, this OBS is the observer. How did the observer get the values? By subscribe. This dot. Sorry. Huh? Oh, I need to put something kind of some kind of logic, like I can put anywhere I like now. Why it's not taking OBS any control X constructor is dot OBS. Now I already imported observable, sir. I already got observer. You can see it. Next, something ng on in it whenever the program started. Okay, on in it will work after the constructor only. Okay, now in this one, what you will do? OBS dot subscribe. Now, if you subscribe, whatever the value it coming, print them. Console dot log val val has type any. Now let's go here. Let's go to my program. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's proceed here. What are the values it printed, sir? What are the values it printed? 1, 10, 100,000 in line number 23. देखो. So OBS is the guy who is having one observable now. I said it like I have some events, run it like asynchronous events, like one by one by one. But one by one, he will take it. When he is taking one by one, and I write it somewhere else, subscribe. Automatically, observer will go to observable and will subscribe and will bring one value. If imagine, sir, I write it complete here only. Any guess what will happen? Huh? Only three values it will print. 1, 10, 100. It will never print 1000. Why? Because after the 100, the journey is over. Completed हो गया. कोई doubt है? Okay. Now, observable is user defined or predefined. Observable is predefined in RxJS. Where it is predefined? RxJS. Basic concept of observable is like a multiple asynchronous events will be there, where one observer will go to multiple asynchronous events one after another by subscribing it. By subscribing it. कोई डाउट है? Same thing you can, if you do HTTP client, you will directly get the values. If you do HTTP client, you will directly get the values, sir. Like private HC something HTTP client, and here you can even write it this dot movies or something. This dot message equals to this dot HC dot get. I'm gonna write it some link. Random joke का link. Automatically this dot message you need to subscribe. MSG I will write it here. MSG any, and if you want this HTTP client to work, you will write it here. HTTP client module. Now here whatever the movies came, message came. Now interesting point is, now tell me anyone, what is the value of message? What is the value of message? Can anyone tell me? Huh? What is the value of message, Ray? What? I'm not getting, like, tell me. What is the value of message? Observable. क्योंकि ये observable रिटर्न करता है. Now this message has to subscribe. Right or not? Are you getting my point? When you subscribe only you will get now. Now go there. Go there here. Can I print it directly message without subscribe? Can I directly print message without subscribe, sir? No, we don't do that usually. If I do it, you go here. What it is printing? Object. It is not printing the exact value. If you wanna print the exact value without subscribing, that means normally you will write it in TypeScript, subscribe, then only observable will become subscribed and will come value. But I want it without writing that to print it on the screen. You can use a pipe called async. Well, async, then JSON. Subscribed and converted to JSON. Simple. I got async will subscribe. Async बोले तो async pipe will do subscribe only. You don't need to write it. It will write it in their TypeScript. You remembered how the pipes will work? Pipe will go to one TypeScript function which is pipe transform. Inside that they will write the logic. If you write it async inside that pipe, they already wrote it. Async is also one of the default pipe. Of 8 pipes, I explained only 7 pipes and I told async I will explain later. And this is the point. Okay. Now you can even do that also. Like for example, here I wanna print Echo. Here I wanna print this OBS. If I subscribe OBS, what it is printing? 1 10 100 na? Okay. I wanna print it on screen 1 10 100. OBS async. Oh, it got printed only 100. It has to print all now. It printed the latest one. It came one and it printed again 10 print. It did not print it like instead of printing it like one after the another. What happened is here the what is the problem, you know? First time it printed one, then again it got changed to 10, then again it got changed to 100. Itself will got changed in the view. So you got it the latest one. But instead you need it one by one by one. But to subscribe automatically, observable will only get subscribed using something called async. 1 10 100 is a static value. Instead, if you are going some kind of API logic or something, async will work nicely. Async will work nicely when the APIs are there. Okay. Now, till now, any doubts in the observable? No. Observable will have a observer subscribe, then automatically observable will give you the values. And how it will give the values based on whatever it is there in the definition. In the definition, whatever the next is there, it will come. If in the definition any error is there, like imagine if in definition here any error is there, sub dot error, you can even write it error also here. Here you can put any error. Error. Now when I go here, now see, I got an error. I said it like first time 1, second time 10, उसके बाद error print करो. So it got printed only 10 only because 10 के बाद error हो गया. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? No. Next. If you understand observables, next topic you will understand very easily. See, I'm repeating one more time this definition. An observable is a series of asynchronous functions and got released by subscribing them. Every observable will have an observer and will have an events like next error complete. Okay. Interviews, they will ask you this question mostly. Observable, they will ask some questions they will never miss. Like regarding observable subjects, they will never miss. Regarding dependency injection, they will never miss. Okay. they remaining बाकी पूरा छोटा वाला है. हाँ. Injector. Main thing is dependency injection with RxJS. Now, second one. Understand this concept in a nice way. Subjects. Subjects. Subjects are used to notify different components when any change happens in any one of the components. When any change happens in any one of the components. Okay. Basically, it is also a observable. It is also a special type of observable. It is also actually a special type of observable that can multicast multicast values to multiple components. Earlier, one observer taking one observable. Now, what it will happen? One treasure is there. This treasure it is sharing with so many people. Whenever the treasure got refilled, all people will get a notification. Oh, treasure got refilled. Now, whoever wants will go. Sometimes two people, three people also can go at a time. One observable which shares their which shows their data to know multiple components at a time is known as subjects. Usually in our main project we will use subject. Without subject we can't do. If you remember, it gives multi-subscribe. True, actually. Multi elements can subscribe at a time. If you remember, we did something called when we did some kind of basic API HTTP client. We did a simple cart. In that cart I showed you, you have to go to cart element. You have to click on add to cart. Then you have to go up and get cart. Whenever you put add to cart, service will be updated. And to get it value from service, you need to again write it get cart. Then only from service you used to get it. But in real time, what will happen? Whenever you click on add to cart, another component automatically updates. Right or not? Another component automatically updates. This automatic updation actually will happen using these subjects only. Okay. In our real project, when we do the project, at the time I will use the subjects. Okay. Now, subject. Actually, dependency injection is a concept where when one class depends on another class, even though parent class have some changes, the child class should not bother about it. So that's why you will write it in the constructor parameter. वो अलग है. So this is the concept. Like when inside one dappa, you put it one pen and you just click on it. And then another here something cart value is there. Here also and another component cart value is there. When I click on add to cart, here also it will become one. Here also it will become one. Right? These two are taking the values. The moment they are getting it updated, both are getting subscribed at a time. That is the concept of subject. Okay. Now next, in dependence injection, we don't depend actually. Here it depends. Now next, there are actually there are actually four types of subjects. All are similar only types of subjects. I will show you the basic subjects. There are four types of subjects. Normal subjects, behavioral subjects, normal subjects, behavior subjects, replay subjects, or something asynchronous subjects. Now, normal subjects will multicast will multicast to multiple components. Simple logic. What we learn. Behavioral subject is also same. Will multicast to multi components, but it starts with a default value. Starts with a default value. It starts with a default value. Next, replay will multicast like behavior subject as some kind of if you are doing count or something cart only. Initial cart value is zero. Okay, cart value को initial value चाहिए ना, तो initially zero every time you update it will multicast. Okay, so if you go with normal subjects, it will not take any initial value. Whenever you update, then only it will take values. Then replay subjects will multicast to multiple components again and again. Replay, like for example, my birthday is there. Imagine birthday wishes. You are having it one application. In that application, when you log in, if it is your birthday, it will say happy birthday. Okay. Now, on the same day, there might be four people, five people in your company having the birthday. Na? All five people will get happy birthday, right or not? That is multicasting. Watch I have. What about next year? Exactly next year also, that software will say exactly on the same day again happy birthday, na? Right? Again next year also it should say, na? That means it is repeating the same program again and again after a particular time. Okay. Like every Friday, we want to give one notification. Like recurring meetings are there. I don't know whether you know or not. There will be something called recurring meetings. If you go for Zoom or something, that means every day at that particular time the meetings will happen. Even we are having this online classes also recurring meeting on. These all are examples of replay subjects. Last but not least, we'll have something called asynchronous subjects. Okay. It will send only the last emitted value. Like when I did async into the HTML, I got it the latest value, na? Okay. Like that, async subject will always return the latest one, not the first one words. That's why we use it async. That's why when we use it async into that observable one like in HTML, we got only latest value. That is an example of async subject actually. Okay. Not only observable, that is actually an example of that. Understand? An observable is a subject. A subject is not an observable. The difference क्या है? Observable definition is one observer has to subscribe observable and they will get the values. Subject also will do. Subject also one person can be there and he can able to subscribe and he will get the data. But subjects can also allow multiple people to subscribe at a time, which the observable can't. You can say it like subjects are like multiple observables kind of thing. Are you getting my point, sir? Now let's try it, sir. Now same logic. Logic will never change. Now subject say also multi-observable, sir. Yes, we can also say that, sir. That's what I'm saying it. Go here. We'll create a simple subject. Okay. I can say here const. Oh, no need of const and all. I can say subj equals to new subject. Did I give any values are inside? If I use behavioral subject, I will give initially 0 or something value, default value. Which a difference? The Kali difference is if it is a default, if it is something behavior subject, you will give 0 initially. If it is a subject, you will give normally nothing. कोई doubt है? Now, let's write it here. Now, just write some definition of the subject. Okay. Now, I can say subject this dot subj this dot subj dot subscribe. If someone subscribed it, if someone subscribed it. Now, whenever someone subscribed to subject, what you wanna do? Okay, then I can write it here. If someone subscribed to it, I will say if they are using something kind of next logic. If someone subscribed in the next, what you will do? Console.log print next. Whatever the value you get, print them console.log val. If something you got error, imagine you got error, val console.log error. If something you got it completed, imagine you completed the task. It is just a definition. You are not writing anything logic. Okay. Then you will write it here console.log completed. Completed. Now someone asked me a simple question. See, now this is the very interesting point. You cannot define observer in this server. This is the interesting point. Subjects can work as observable and observer both. Subject is the observer, subject is the observer both. He plays double role. That's why he can able to do multicast. Now, so throw the deep. The point is so simple. Here, earlier when you create observable, क्या करा? पहला तुम observable को क्या क्या values चाहिए, क्या क्या values देता है, पूरा explain करा. Like when you created observable, you told it like first give me 1, next give me 10, next give me my error, next give me 100, next say complete, next say 1000. You gave some definitions. After that, you just called it, you just said it subscribe. Automatically, according to your definition, it came. So then observable easily aata. But in the subject, you will not do like that. In the subject, first you will say in reverse, exactly reverse. First you will say, if you subscribe, what to do? If you subscribe, you may get it next value, you may get it error value, you may get it complete value. So you will give the definition. After giving it, then here, then only you will get the values. How you will get the values? Like 1, 10, I wanted, sir. Here I will do. Exactly, it's like ultra. Now how you will do this dot subject dot next 25. This dot subject dot next 55. This dot subject dot uh, something like subject dot completed. So what it will print, sir, now? What it will print? 25, 55. Dekho, understand this logic. Whoever subscribe. Now I have a YouTube channel, sir. You subscribed me. You are observer. Your YouTube channel is observable. YouTube channel is, how do you get it notification? That is subscribe, right or not? That is what you initially think. But ये उल्टा हो जाता. Actual thing is, whenever I put it a value, whenever I put a YouTube video, only you will get my notification, sir. No, everyone who subscribed to my channel should get a notification. It is not a one way, na. Will you only get notifications, sir? No, everyone in the world will get it. Now that one is something called subject. That one is something called subject. Now here comes to the interesting point. I will tell you this example, slowly understand. You have one YouTube channel, like someone, X guy is having some YouTube channel, and you you are some kind of observer. You went to the channel, you click on the bell icon. You click on the bell icon. When you click on this bell icon, will you get that video's notification now? Or whenever he put the video? Ask me. Whenever he put the video, you will get notification, or whenever you subscribe, you will get the notification. Whenever he put the videos only, na. So first you will subscribe. Next he will get. Whenever he is giving the value, you are getting it, right or not? That is how subject works. So if first I subscribed, then I am giving the values. Whenever he is giving the values, he will get it. Constructor will run first, then ng on it. Are you getting my point, sir? Okay. So similarly, you will have behavioral subject, replay subject. We will use the behavioral subject in the project, which is like 0 initial value. You will have replay, you will have async. We don't use it much. Async is something which we will write it in HTML, async event. That is async. Now, this is the basics of what is observable, what is subject. Okay. Just try to understand with your own diagrams. And when I explain you the actual use in the project, you will understand the subjects one more time. But this YouTube is the best example. Okay. Now, last but not least, observe third one, operators. Last but not least, operators. RxJS also provide some default functions. RxJS also provide some default functions which you can use for several purposes. Like some functions they will give. Okay. These functions are called These functions are called operators. These functions are called operators. These functions are called operators. We have operators like examples. We have operators like of, map, from, filter, of, map, from, filter. Okay, like this, etc. Mostly we use this only. You got my point, sir? Now, what are these operators? ये default functions है RxJS के अंदर. तो कैसे यूज करता? Like for example, RxJS is a part of Angular, sir, or React, sir. You are not getting. RxJS is not part of Angular or not part of React. RxJS is something which will go for asynchronous to deal multiple asynchronous concepts. RxJS will be used. It's a separate library actually. You can use it in Angular or React. But interesting point is when you are installing Angular, Angular will provide RxJS by default. Angular and RxJS are not same. They are different companies actually provided by Angular provided the Google provided Angular. Still, whenever you are installing Angular, automatically RxJS will be installed. Okay? If you see package.json, इसमें package.json, if you see package.json will have all the list now. अब देखो नीचे जाए तो ये पूरा एंगुलर है. एंगुलर एनिमेशंस, एंगुलर कॉमन, एंगुलर कंपाइलर, एंगुलर कोर, एंगुलर फॉर्म्स, एंगुलर प्लेटफॉर्म ब्राउजर, एंगुलर डायनेमिक, एंगुलर राउटर. RxJS अलग है. टीएस लाइब्रेरी अलग है. टीएस लाइब्रेरी बोले तो टाइप स्क्रिप्ट इंस्टॉल ना जोन वाला है. You will have something called zones also. Okay. Now interesting points is zones will give you different kinds of we have not done in the applications. Actually we'll use zones. Okay. Now actually our Angular is trying to get rid of this zones concept. They try to add something called signals instead. In the advanced Angular they are trying to add something signals by get rid of this zones. If you are ever interested into that, you go to somewhat into it. But these are default ones, they will install automatically. Okay. It is not part, it is not Angular. It is Angular suggested. Simple. Okay. Now, what is this of? What is this map? What is this filter from kinds of some different functions, Kali? Now I will write it some functions. Simple. I will explain them. Like for example, inside this, let me write it here. Imagine I have an array. I have an array. 5, 8, 6, 10. Dot of. No, 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 no. Dot map. If you are having an array, if you want to print the values from that array, you will go for map of RxJS. Or it is going with normal map, not RxJS map. Then instead, you go here of. Okay. Now, of 5, 6, 7, nine dot subscribe. You can use for each or subscribe kali same hai. Okay. What pipe is like pipeable events. Pipeable events bole to if you wanna do it like two, three events or two, three functions on it. First you wanna do one action, again you wanna do another action, again you wanna do another action. So you will put it in pipe. Now if I will do subscribe because it will return observable val console.log val. If I go here, see can you see here it printed 5679. Any doubt, sir? Of all these values, subscribe them. That means instead of giving the observable, you can directly give it an array. From also will do same thing. From will take it one array. That's it. From also will do same thing. The difference is from will go with some kind of array values. 5, 8, 10, 11. Dot subscribe. Val console dot log. Can you see this, sir? You can use it of of all these values, subscribe them and print them one by one. Simple. Any doubts, sir? Any doubts, ma? These were very simple ones. You can even do something like map. Like if you go here, map. So I just need to see where is this. Mm. Basically, map and filter works like similarly how you will do your map and filter only. But where is this one? Hmm. This. Now, imagine you have an array of values. If you are using it something like map array, 8, 9, 10 dot map. No, this is a normal array function. Na? Hmm. Basically, map will return the values. Map is used to return the values. Uh, let's go here of 9. 1, 2, 3 dot map. There is this map. Let's see the syntax. Map will take it one value. Also, but that is the same map value how we do normally only, no? Okay, they just put it in a pipe and they did it. That is what instead of doing it everything directly, they do it with a pipe. I told you now, if you want to do multiple actions, they can do it with pipe. I will try this. One, two, three. They did a pipe. Inside the pipe, they said it like whatever the valve they get. Now here they used something called map. Val, comma, val, val asterisk 2. Inside the pipe, they directly do it right. Sorry. Map, something X. Val asterisk 2. Correct only. Then what is this? Okay, another brace. Huh? Inside map? I don't think so. Map doesn't need any subscribe. Let's take it from here. After the map, we'll do subscribe. That is okay. But here, map off. Okay. Map will contain all of this as a callback function then. Perfect. Map of callback function. You know what it will do, sir? Off will give 1 to 3. Then they go inside a pipe. And the pipe will take it like first function map. And this map function is taking it like 1. First, what it will take? 1. And then what it will return, sir? 1 into 2. 1 into 2? 2. If I subscribe this, subscribe, and if I say val, val, console.log, val. Now bolo. Now what it will print, sir? First time it will print 2. Second time it will print 4. Third time it will print 6. 2, 4, 6. Are you getting my point, sir? Map is used to do a certain task inside the values, to do a certain task inside the values and return them. If you don't want to return them, you can use for each. If you want to return, you can use map. Similarly, you have something like filter also. Okay. These were the basic things regarding RxJS, which most of the interviews cover. In most of the interviews, they will ask you these questions only. The questions contains what is an observable, what is an observer, what is RxJS, how do the observer get the values of the observable, what is a subject, difference between subject and observable, and what are different types of subjects, how do the subjects get the values, what are operators, what is off, what is from, what is map, or what is filter. These were the major things we covered. In interviews, these things will be enough. Okay. As a Python developer or .NET developer, if you go Angular, they will not go this much depth also. Okay. But these were the basic things they can ask. Even for our project next, what we are going to do, these things are needed, especially the subject one and the operators one. Okay. Any doubts, sir? No. Okay. Now I will give you at the last day. I will give you some kind of interview questions and all also. Okay. Tomorrow we'll do forms. We'll do something called template driven forms. Okay. And once you understand that, that's enough. Like Monday we will do Monday, Tuesday we'll do some project like using Angular. How much we can do, that much I will try. Remaining I will give work only. And then sorry, Wednesday we can have some interview questions or something guidance, and then bye bye. Simple. Okay. Yeah. If you wanna prepare it from now onwards, I will push the interview questions now only, sir. Don't worry. I will push some interview questions also. You can take it that interview questions and try to prepare it. I already pushed the life cycle methods, and today I will push it this RxJS call. I think RxJS also I pushed it. Let me see. Sir, I am Python full stack. Can I manage with Angular? Is okay, sir. Yes, you have to do it. Okay. Now RxJS also I pushed it, sir. You can go to the RxJS where we explained it. What is observable? What is operator? What is what? Okay. Now file upload. Let me go here. Let's go to some interview questions also. Now, Angular interview questions are also I'm uploading. Prepare it, sir, for your interviews and all. Okay. Only the things which you did not get it till now is forms. Okay. You can check it in Angular interview questions or any other things outside also, like any other topics you have doubts also. I will clarify it tomorrow. Okay. Is it clear, man? Yeah. That's it for today. Thank you all.